And when they get a couple of leaders in there that really willing to stick their neck out for them.
Damn right.
And really try to stand up against the powers that be in this town, because white folks got the money and white folks been running this town for a long time.
Long time.
They do the majority, but their money owned a lot of these black people. They own these people.
Right.
That we elect. And when we finally get a couple of them that's in there that's bold enough, and you know white people don't own them. We don't appreciate it. We don't stick by them, and we let people do and say things that turn us against the very people that's trying to help us.
Yep.
President Nick Mosley was the only person that I ever heard in a meeting. They have a Board of Estimates meeting, and it's live. You can sit in on it. The Board of Estimates are the people who determine who gets the contracts. The contract to tow cars, the contracts to cut grass,
yep.
the contracts to supply our city with Wi-Fi. They are the ones. You get 2 votes. Mayor, the president of city council get a vote, and Bill Henry, he's a comptroller.
Yeah, he's going to be comptroller now.
The other 3 votes are from the mayor's office. And I don't know who those 3 people is, but you know what this guy said? This guy said this bigotry in the Board of Estimates has been going on for too long. Who says that?
That's right.
Who finally come out their mouth and say that the racism in a Board of Estimates been going on too long? You know what happened? They had a contract for Motorola. Motorola has a couple of $1 million on this contract. There were other black organizations and other companies that could have had that contract. But what happened was they waited until the last minute, put it on a Board of Estimates agenda, knowing that they wouldn't have no choice but to go ahead and sign off on it because they couldn't lose that Wi-Fi power and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. People, all these guys, it's black people with contracting companies. It's black people with trucking companies.
Right.
We should be doing that construction. Instead of keep seeing other people with that jackhammer in the street, it should be us.
And don't even invest back into the city. They don't have nothing to do with the city.
Yep.
It is crazy.
Yep.
Man.
Some of them tags, you see them tags, they be having
Pennsylvania, yeah.
You be seeing them tags on them trucks, Philadelphia, Delaware, Pennsylvania. You might be like, well, damn.
That's why I try to tell everybody.
Come from somewhere else.
That's why I tell everybody when they stopped the red line, it hurt a lot of minority contractors because there was a lot of minority contractors to get them jobs on that red line.
Yeah. Well, this is money coming down the pipe. They got $641 million. They just put the people applying for them grants. Then, of course, you got that infrastructure money. Once Joe Biden and those people up, in D.C. get their mind right, that's $1 trillion.
Yeah.
It was $2 trillion. And in the legislation, it says 40% of that money is supposed to go to underserved communities. That's the way of saying, black folks and poor whites. 40%. Can you imagine what 40% of $3 trillion look like? So now all of a sudden, BG&E got an apprenticeship program.
Yeah.
They ready to get the young black men on the ball.
Everybody want a piece of that money now, right?
They ain't had nothing going on 10 years ago. So now all these construction companies got this apprenticeship program for the urban inner city youth because they trying to get in line for that money. Make no mistake about it, but we got to be vigilant and make sure that money is coming to our communities, and we are the ones building. Right. We are the ones with our trucks lined up to carry that sand, to carry them rocks and that gravel.
Right.
All right, I'm going to talk y'all ears off.
Hey, Monica.
It's been a long day.
Monica, I love you, baby.
No, that was very insightful and impactful.
All right, I love you, sweetie. And hopefully, man, we can get you on here and talk face up, man, about some real deep stuff going on in this city. How can we build it all together? We've been always looking for answers, but we all need to put our hands together to get the answers so we can make things happen. I love you, baby.
I love you too, bro.
All right. Love that girl.
Man, that was good. Introduce you to people again who you just had on that time.
Very, very. Her name is Monica Cooper, man, and she is she's really into the community, man. She's here. She be up in Annapolis. She don't hold nothing back. She speaks her mind. She's well respected in the community of Sandtown, West Baltimore, throughout the city. You can go look up. Her name is Monica Cooper, man. You can learn a couple more things about her, man. But she is very, very vocal and very, very deep.
That was real impactful. Full of knowledge.
Yeah.
Golly, that was.
See, I'm a sponge.
Yeah, she put a lot of things out there, man. You know what I mean?
I sucks that all up.
There's some things that we need to start looking at, board estimates and things like that. We need to start looking at that stuff ourselves, man. Then we can speak on it ourselves instead of hearing it from somebody else's, you know what I mean, mouth. We was there, or we watched it, or whatever the case may be, because there's a lot of stuff going on. I try to tell you people every time, man, like, I look outside of the box. I'm very political, and you just can't throw a sheet over my head and think you're going to tell me whatever you want to tell me. And that's the problem with a lot of these people. You could tell them anything that you want to tell them. Like, this is the reason why she got in that seat. This is what she campaigned off of. And now you want to go after her because if she's doing the things that she said she was going to do. And you got Fox 45 and you got all these other people telling you what they want you to hear, as if she's not prosecuting anybody. It's a goddamn lie, man. And I know it is a lie. Flat out, it's a lie. So we need to start, doing the research ourselves, stop listening to everybody, because they don't mean no good for us. And I'm going to tell you something. She's stopping a lot of shit, man. She's slowing that money down. She's slowing the powers that be, the evil ones, getting all this goddamn money off of us for some bullshit. A little petty ass charge, and they want to give you a fucking $100,000 fucking bail. Or lawyers want to charge you $15,000 for what? For that?
But I'm gonna go back. You said,
and I really think. Let me say something else. And I think that, man, we need. Some people can't afford lawyers, man. So we really, really, absolutely need some decent public defenders that can really help these people out in the midst of things. Like they jammed up with so many cases and stuff like that, man. But you know what I mean? They need more help, man. They need more help. We do have some public defenders that want to take these charges on, but they so congested with so many different cases, and some of that shit don't need to be in their hand. That shit is petty. Send them to a program or something, like the guy up in Seattle. You know what I mean? He's doing great things where he sent them to supervised counseling and stuff like that, instead of putting them in jail and things like that, man. Come on, man. Well, we know it's a big business, but guess what? It ain't nothing. It's not doing anything for our community. It is destroying our community. That's what it's doing. Because you're taking some people with power and throwing them away for petty shit. You're throwing some innocent people away. We know it. They seen it.
You're right.
Just because you see money in there and you see a bud or something, you want to take all this man motherfucking money he worked for because he got a J. And she stopped that too. Thank God she stopped that. Because you know this man ain't selling shit. He might just smoke or he might sniffle or something here and there. But now you want to take all his rent money. He can't even pay his fucking rent money, his bills. Now they out on the street. And now you want to know why he gone down the street to bust a nanny down the street, took a pocketbook and bust her head, because he need to fucking feed his family.
Can't get custody, yo. You got
man,
shit.
shit.
You out.
Yeah, well, whatever. Go ahead, man, with the next thing, man.
Shit, I forgot that was heavy, man. That was heavy. Did you introduce who you had on that?
Monica Cooper.
Monica Cooper,
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Man, I'm ready to get to the yams for real, man.
Go ahead, man, because we can't. I got the career, baby. Got the move to city.
Man, career giant.
I got the move to city.
The job.
Well, I was there too. You know what I mean? Listen, America. Real fast. Everybody always want to throw their background into play, as if their black background should stop them from achieving in the world today. And I'm telling you, stop the bullshit. Because I was once there. And I always found my way of getting decent career jobs where you can move up the ladder, move up the chain, great benefits and things like that. I had so many different jobs, man. You can contest to that.
Yeah, but I still understand. I understand the point of it, though.
I understand the point of it too, to a certain extent. But how would you know if
I don't get that instant choice, though. I understand that.
Check this out. How would you know what you can get if you don't go out there and get it? If one job shoots you down, I don't mean that you can't get the next one.
No, but I never fault somebody for looking at me a certain way or checking my background and say, well, he got gun charges. He might bring them in here.
I'm not faulting that. I'm talking about the guys that say, well, nobody won't hire me because of my background.
They say that, but that's a lie.
Well, I know that. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Stop this bullshit. Because I'm one of them ones that did it.
Oh, you talking to them, the people?
Yes.
I was talking about the hire.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm talking to the people.
That's a thing of the past.
I'm talking to the people.
Not being hired because of your.
Yeah, I've been there.
Incarcerated and all of that.
To this day, some people still use me as an example. I had good jobs, man. Good jobs.
I understand from both sides. I understand as a person that can hire somebody, and understand from a person that can get hired.
Right.
Like, I understand both sides. And I know, and you did both. You know what I'm saying? You did, but we all have our own businesses. So we say that until you look into your own business. You know what I'm saying? And I got this, and I was gonna do that one, and I got
Which one?
It's up to you though. I don't really care. Oh, back to what I was saying. I'm sorry. And I understand because then when you started Great Hire people, you had a store. Come on, man. Nigga coming there, you look at his record and you say he was stealing. I don't give a damn who you are.
You ain't getting hired. Damn if you need a second chance or not. Somebody else gonna be getting it to you. Lou Kelly ain't getting it to you. That's why I don't have my businesses that I had now. Motherfucker stealing.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things. Now, which I think I wish they would do better. It's kind of like you said, go by the crime. If you're a pedophile, you shouldn't work around kids. If you're a thief, you shouldn't be near no registers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain. So I guess you gotta, if you a thief, you go lay some concrete or something. You know what I'm saying? You got, you know what I'm saying? So
gotta do some labor's work.
Right. Man, shucks, I'll tell you, man. Damn that. Hey, that's why I say I understand, and I don't look at people funny when they look at a record. They'll say that you this, you that, or they look and say. The same way today when we walk in certain rooms, when people look at us certain ways. That's never going to change. That's why I don't know why people get mad at people that judge them. Everybody judges. Just call them what extent that you choose to put it at.
I do it every day.
Ain't no question. I'm judging now. When I'm at that damn teller machine, I'm telling you today, I was at the bank machine, put some checks in there, and I seen a dude walking the street and I'm in the, how you put on the ATM drive. Mm-hmm. So when I went to make the 11 there, he come up the street, but he went to make a right to cut through the. I'm like, why are you walking through a drive? It was only the drive part. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why are you walking through here? Mm-hmm. I pulled right on out. I ain't even put my checks in there. Exactly. I pulled off and went around. That's how I go to the next bank machine.
Yep.
Yeah. I ain't got time for that. I'm telling you, fuck that.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Y'all ready, yo? Hey, Shorty, listen, we back, y'all. We is most definitely back. We back. This is back by popular demand. It's time to get down with the one and only DM. Let's get it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What? That's it right there, ain't it?
Yeah. That's it right there.
It's the game time. I'm trying to tell you, y'all. This is the shit that everybody been asking for. This is what everybody want. I'm trying to tell you, we get deep. All we need is your participation so we can get it in. Let's get it. Go ahead, Mook. Go ahead, Mook. Go ahead, Mook with that joint, yo. We going off. I'm trying to tell you that we back. We are most definitely back with the yams, baby. They love it. Let's get it.
Yam time, man. It's yam time, man. All right, today's jam question of the day.
Hold on, we got a lot of new.
You might gotta put it inside there.
Hold on, we got a lot of newcomers. So explain to them what the yams are.
The youngsters, man.
We whistling Dixie.
Yeah,
it's
it's basically one of them things, some statements where, you say something to get people riled up. It's the point maker. It's a heavy hitter. It's a feeling hurter sometimes.
What?
And sometimes it boosts your ego up.
You better believe
Record what it's about.
You better believe
You know what I mean? It might be about jackrabbits one day. It might be about long strokes the next day. We never know.
But on the serious note, we gonna make it what it is. We're gonna have a good time with it. We're gonna speak the truth about it. We're gonna see how we feel about it. But you also had your own opinion about it. But this is what we want to do. We all can take insight and information from each other and make that situation work. So this is a teamwork here, y'all.
Ain't no question, man. So today's question, it's a question sometimes a statement. There's a question. When it comes to dating, do you prefer to go with the flow or label and define things? So basically what they're saying is, you take the young lady out on a date, you know what I mean? According to you sitting there, you decide whether you want to make the move or not. You know how that get. You get in the feel like, man, I'm going to the floor. I ain't really feeling it right now. It ain't feeling like time right. She ain't, I ain't really hungry. She looking at her cell phone and all that. Do you go with the flow or do you pep it up and just take over?
Tell them the question again, y'all.
So when it comes to dating, do you prefer to go with the flow or label and define things? So you'll go with the flow person move, or do you set the room? You set the room temperature.
Do I set the precedence, huh?
Yeah. You want to come back? I know what I do, son.
I can go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Because basically, with me, I'm gonna have the precedent set before I even get to the dinner. So going with the flow will probably be my answer with that.
Going with the flow? What you think, Terrence? When it comes to dating, do you go with the flow basically, or do you set the room temperature?
Honestly, man, I go with the flow. Then I go with the flow for a little bit at a time, but then I gotta change the room temperature because I gotta let you know how I feel about the situation as well.
What might be going down afterwards?
Right, whatever high it's gonna go, Wesley, pipes or whatever.
You know what I mean? First date.
Yeah.
But not be no sex on that date.
But I'm just saying, like, period, a relationship, period. I'm gonna go with the flow, see where you at, see how you feel about things. So I'm gonna stay in my lane. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna play my cards right. If I know I need to play my cards right because that's not my lane, I'm gonna play my cards right and stay in my lane.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because as I know it's only good at that moment. It's nothing else gonna happen out this situation. You know what I mean? All we gonna do is this and this and this, and that's it. So now, if I feel as though it's that, and if I'm going with the flow for so long a period of time, and I'm not getting nothing out of the deal, now I gotta start saying how I feel about the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now we agree on it, and that's where we go at from there. You see what I'm saying? So both of us stay in our lanes, and that's that.
So you more go with the flow. You just say you do both, I guess.
I'm gonna do both. I'm gonna go with the flow for a period of time until I can't go with the flow no more.
Then you change.
Because now I know if I'm wasting my time.
Right.
So I made a post the other day, and I said, you get lonely, which is true. You know what I mean? But there's no need for you to go backwards because you're gonna waste more of your beautiful years.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? There's no need for you to do that. So you go with the flow for a little bit, but how long should you go with the flow? There's no time limit on how long you should go with the flow. If you had 2-3 years to waste your motherfucking life, waste your life for 2-3 years. I just don't have it anymore in me. I'm getting old. I don't have it in me no more at all. You see what I'm saying? So I feel as though if it's not working out like it should, or you show me where X, Y, Z, you know what I mean? Yo, one thing about me, I realized this is that I'm going to have to stay in my lane on a lot of things. I'm not going to jump out my lane no more. That's dead. You know what I mean? If a person come around and they want you in their lane, and they want you to do X, Y, Z,
Sorry,
and do
y'all.
this.
We got a caller. That's the golden rule on the show.
You better believe it. It says it depends on what you're dating for. Dating just to be dating, or dating with the intentions of finding wife or husband.
Let me clarify this, because what y'all saying about this is kind of off.
I ain't said nothing yet.
No, I'm saying the way y'all read it and the way y'all was explaining what they saying. They saying, are we going with the flow, or are we labeling and defining? Meaning, are we going with the flow, or are we, you my girl, you my boyfriend kind of thing? Read it again.
Exactly. That's why I say I'm doing both. That's what I'm saying. I do both. I'm gonna go with the flow until I can't handle the flow
said,
no more.
Oh, you just gonna go with the flow, or you gonna make labels?
Right.
Like,
I'm going with the flow.
With your
Oh my God!
Hold on,
yeah.
we went back to
exclusive.
Exclusive. Yeah, there you go. You knew exactly where I was going. You know exactly. We exclusive.
Exclusive. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I said I go with the flow. I can't handle the flow no more.
So
and then I got it's like a waste of time.
Was asking.
Yeah, but that's why I say I do both. I had to break it down why I do both of them. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I do both. I go with the flow. You have to go with the flow when you get into something anyway, because you're not going to know what the fuck is going on. Because there we go back to the same situation where we talk about this. You don't know who you're dating or nothing like that. And then you wait down a couple down and then you meet a motherfucker, you find out she's a zombie in disguise. See what I'm saying? So go with the flow until you can't handle the flow. That's why I say if you got 3-4 years, a waste of your life, to go with the flow, to see who this person is, fine, go ahead.